it hurt me very bad to know that we are the designer of this universe today. You know what I mean? And we put everything that we want in the earth and take out anything that we want today, but still people suffering.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And most of the suffering can be based on an economical, you know what I mean, type of grid and framework. Oh, come on now, we make money. We are the highest intelligent on planet Earth, human beings, innit? And we govern everything, we give names and meaning to everything on Earth. But still, we don't have the intelligence to stop the suffering.
Nothing you do matters, unless what you do matters. I'm Amadon DellErba, and this is Get Real or Die Trying. How we doing, tribe? Amadon DellErba here. This is my podcast, Get Real or Die Trying, episode 42. I am blessed to be sitting here with Droop Lion from Jamaica. He's doing a tour in the United States right now with Luton Fire, and he's playing here in Tucson, Arizona tonight. Much respect. Thanks for coming in, Droop. I appreciate your time.
Yes, sir. Blessed love, you know what I mean? For having a year also, you know. Big move. You know what I mean? Tucson, Arizona. To give this vibes, you know. Just a reiteration of what is always there, you know what I mean? And probably not being observant to the fullness. So we just a follow through what elder them do. You know what I mean? With this music. And out here with on this US tour right now, me and Luton Fire, Lion band. And we're there Tucson, Arizona. Big up.
Nice, man. So how long have you been playing with Luton Fire? Is this a recent development or it's been years?
Yeah, I went on a tour, me and Luton Fire. You know. Cause it's just like about two years now, you know what I mean? We are like, but we are bridging long time.
Yeah.
But actually moving on the road, you know, because we see the significance, you know what I mean, of collaboration.
Yeah.
You know, to make sure so this music keep optimal, you know what I mean? And then Luton Fire is one of the man them who, you know what I mean, serious about the whole culture and keeping it up, you know what I mean, on the levels. So me and Luton Fire merge in this type of way, like touching the road, bringing back the music foundation type of way to the people them. You know what I mean? I wasn't afraid, you know what I mean, because, you know, it's not no whole heap of hype and excitement. But we do it for the betterment and the continuation of the music.
Yeah.
You know, it's not a long time. You know what I mean? But hard work seems like it's forever. You know what I mean? Because we did 54 shows in Europe.
Nice.
You know what I mean? And now we are in America. You know, trying to make sure we could reach the fans them hands-on and close up. You know, with this roots rock reggae music, because many people feel like it blew through the wind and it gone somewhere, you know what I mean? It's still here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely, man. The general message of, I believe, both of your music, you know, is peace and love coming together and a higher spiritual message, which I really appreciate.
Yes,
with your music personally, and I spoke to Luton and what he's trying to spread, you know, and some of the tenets of the Rastafari, you know, belief system. What are you are along those same lines, or what is your personal desire?
Because all man is a Rasta, you know what I mean? Because remember, you cannot become. You're born as a fiery being. And if you notice, the Rasta use certain symbols to represent themselves as the Rastafarian state, because we see the powers within certain things like evil fire. And every man burn 100%. You know what I mean? To stay alive, you know? So it's like, I see all man as a Rasta, but it's the principle. You know what I mean? There are some principles within the movements of Rastafari today, if they are practiced among the people within the communities and the homes, the cities, you know? I really feel like we're gonna work more closer to having better society in terms of peace and love, unconditional love towards each other, you know what I mean? And the music is like a forerunner for these type of things. Because we born come see it the way they agitating, you know what I mean, for people to come together. You know what I mean? For black and white to unite and whatever color. You know what I mean? For people to see people behind color and all of these type of things. You know, so it's like through the teachings of Rastafari, you know, it carried that purity. You know what I mean? So yeah, me a Rasta. You know what I mean? And I will always on that pathway because the most feasible way, you know, to actually carry a message. This music, what we call reggae music, roots rock reggae music, you know, it could be classified as just music like many other music. You know what I mean? But if you notice, there are a whole heap of talk about this music. And even though it's a young genre of music, you know, it talk about worldwide even more than many genre of music because from the moment the people hear it, it different. Something about it. The man said it's a new sound that shall bring his people unto salvation. And reggae music is one of these music that come with a new sound within its time. Now, I personally, and I think many ones feel the same way, combinating the teaching of Rastafari with this music because it's coming from the same place. It was predicted that this music would play by a little land space of people, indigenous people, you know what I mean? And then we find out, say, we are do it. Now this music can play in any space. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Even though more time, it seems very harsh on some people. But if you are really about human resource and their development and their welfare and their spirituality, this is the music, and we bring it forward through the teachings of Rastafari because Rastafari principle and teachings and works are pure. You know what I mean? It's the purest way you could approach any being. Mm-hmm. You know? So yes, I defend this type of narrative.
Appreciate that.
Rastafari.
So I noticed on your pants are the Lion of Judah.
Yeah, you know.
Tell me about the Lion of Judah.
I don't know, you know. But I'm deeply in love with the lion symbol, you know, the Lyrian race, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
because no, the Lion of Judah is a powerful bloodline. It's not like there's no other bloodline there. You know, but we know say the bloodline that what God walked through. You know what I mean? The most purest type of people come upon earth walk through the lion bloodline. You know what I mean? So we hail the Lion of Judah, which is imperial majesty. Haile Selassie. You know what I mean? And these names predominantly stand, you know, and it's not just I and I. The universe see it, and we have to just respect it because that is one of the things too. You're doing a great thing here tonight. You know what I mean? And I don't go up the people in Arizona could see that this what you're doing tonight is just not just calling a reggae band and calling in some artists. You know what I mean? But if you notice, I notice on the outside it's a culture center for art. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And we are art people. You know what I mean? I say, and these are the type of principle will come through the Lion of Judah. You see me? I say we are developing up our natural self. You know what I mean? And this way I do. I see movements and the same teachings and the same ideology through the whole lineage of the Lion of Judah, teaching I and I to be masters of our own destiny. You know what I mean? Do what you love. You know what I mean? Once it's optimal and it's righteous and towards the development of humanity, that's what we depend, you know? So my movements must be a contribution to our next being development. You know what I mean? And I want when the next being move, his movement is a contribution unto my development. You know what I mean? It's been going on like that for a long time, even though we have so much problem on earth. But the Lion of Judah shed a light. Couple days ago, you have the lion gates that open in the celestial heights. Because remember we talk about Taurus, this star constellation and all these type of things. Well, we know say on the zodiac, the lion really represents something. You know what I mean? And it is like, if you notice today, how the sun, it's like it's a young sun, because the other day we have a full eclipse in it. So it's a young sun, a new sun born, Nora. You know what I mean? And Ra represent the whole head space, the whole head governance of the lion. So you find out it's like a lion time. You know? But the reason why me really like the lion is the mentality of the lion.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's not easily studied.
Yeah.
Sometime the mountain goat will see the lion and run and broke him front foot or him back foot, thinking he's dinner today. But the lion is just holding a chill in the plains. You know what I mean? Today we're hunting nothing. You know what I mean? Because we have no plans of hunting. You know what I mean? You cannot hunt without a plan. And that's one of the main reasons why I like the lion.
Yeah. I've always loved the lion. I think it represents
Strength, you know?
strength, courage, fearlessness, conviction, you know, and really not being afraid to do what needs to be done for what you believe in, you know?
That's the reason why I tell about the mentality. I use that one word to cover a whole lot of words, you know?
Yeah.
The mentality of the lion is that it cannot be studied because there is so much compatible actions that can come from this or even his thinking. And then the cheetah or any one of these animals that can be dinner, a reindeer, you know what I mean? They will out there and they know that the lion is here and they are planning an escape. But the lion already planned the perimeter fence. Long before they come here, you know that they will try there. You know the season and the time. You know what time it is. So he already set his perimeter fence. You know what I mean? And so when he moved to any one of these prey, you know, if the individual lion who move don't really grab at somebody, somebody's going to get grabbed out there. You know what I mean? So we are never alone. You know, see it. Droop Lion.
Droop Lion. I like it. What's droop mean?
Well, tell you the real truth, I did have to put our own meaning to droop.
Yeah.
Because if I have to check it, like say, yo, then educational terminology wise, then I would like what droop mean. You know what I mean? Because I don't think I am sleepy and crampy and, you know what I mean, weak and weary.
Droopy, yeah, you're not droopy.
You know what I mean? I know I'm vibrant and full of venom and, you know, ready. So I find out that many times people confuse silentness with humbleness. And this is the same way they confuse humbleness with laziness. Or even crampiness. Because I'm slow to anger. Because remember, I'm a lion now. You know? They used to call me Droop Dog before. Just look at that. You call somebody dog. You know, but I know in Jamaica.
Just a few letters off from Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, you know what I mean? But I got that name long before Snoop Dogg called himself Snoop Lion. You know what I mean?
Snoop Lion.
Because how we get that name now? It's because me as a man always like this. I'm a fountain. I don't know. I know my father when I was like 15 years old. And my mother died from I was like 9 months of age. You know what I mean? So I kind of grew seclusive and thing. And many people thinking that because I'm always in a corner, you know what I mean? I'm not observing or I don't care the vibrant spirit that they, you know what I mean? There's so many kids running up and down the place with. But then I was fully loaded. You know what I mean? And me cool. So now them start to say, him have some actions in him, them call him dog. You know, because the dog will bite. You know what I mean? Because then when I youth to grow in Jamaica, then it's like calling a man dog is like it's a rude boy style. You know? It's a rude boy style in type of way, which if a guy tests you, you know, for defend yourself, or you have that street smartness. So when you start touch the street now, them find out, say, I am not as lame as they think I am. You know what I mean? Because they are just judging my outer appearance because my little bit in a body structure and my voice good or big and them think it's, you know what I mean? But then them start to call me dog. No, it was an empress, radio announcer. I call her my mother. Her name is Elise Kelly in Jamaica, and a radio station, a very popular radio station called IRFM. When she started to play my song, it was about 2009. You know what I mean? And she listened to the content of my music, yeah? And the type of spirit that we bring across. You know what I mean? That God spirit to bring through this music and explain what we're saying. She started to say, the spirit that this man carry, it could have been a dog. You know what I mean? So she's the one who said, Droop Lion.
Nice.
You know what I mean? But I don't know what droop mean. I have to put my own meaning to it and say, okay, you know, it's a levels of humility. You know what I mean? It's a levels of humility that many people does not understand. So them say droopy. You know? A man will sleep like a cat for 23 hours and somebody say him lazy. Until you bring him on a work site with you and you find out there's no day when you're out there with him you can do the amount of work that he do. You know, and you're probably not even really thinking that you're always burning and this man always preserving him have so much to burn. You know, not saying that we are entertaining no lazy man.
Okay. Thanks for the explanation.
Yes, sir.
One thing I love about reggae music is, you know, you listen to reggae music and you're always happy. You know, you feel a positive vibe. You don't like turn on reggae music to go cry, you know. But some music, you know, you put on sad songs to cry, or if you're angry, you put on certain types of music. But reggae music always just makes you feel positive, good, you know. And that's a beautiful thing about the general vibe of it.
It's the King's music, you know. You could bring the sad music in the King's throne room.
Yeah.
It's a God and Goddess music. It's not something to play around with.
Yeah.
It's really designed to develop any human being and its natural resource and its spirituality.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But you have to listen keenly. Now, today, there's a whole lot of distraction, you know, and a whole lot of infiltration that make a man will name a music reggae and it's not even reggae. It's the same thing. A man will keep a festival and he name it Reggae Festival. And when you go there, you see no reggae artists. Because remember, this music play within a particular way. You know what I mean? This music play 432 hertz, you know. And that's a space in between the heartbeat. Every time the heart go like, poop, 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 poop. How you find a space in between, poop, 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 poop. You know what I mean? That's how scientifical. You know what I mean? So it was given by Jah. And it's only the people who want to live, you know what I mean, will quickly fall in love with this music and who understand and want to understand and live it. You know what I mean? Because this music is fully divine and connected to the whole magnetic field of the universe. That's the reason why this music play off a vibration first. There's no scroll that was written, as gone to my elders. You know what I mean? They didn't have any music scroll that they write when they're playing this music. You know, these were skilled men who playing this from an heart vibration, you know, and afterward you find out the manifestation of something come up, you know, so the public can see this. So it's like it's a divine movement to the music called reggae music. So it will give you feelings and real feelings, and it will give you revolutionary feelings, and it will give you happy feelings. But sad feelings is not reggae. Yeah. Even though most of reggae music is all about the message that agitate for the have and the have not and the oppressed.
Yeah, the struggle.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But what we do and what I actually observed that the elders who were before us do, you know, is that the ones them actually find the problems within any space of the society today, you know. And then they use the music as a solution to speak to the people, you know.
Wow.
So it give you this up instead of dragging you down more in your vibration that is pulling you down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It give you this up. You know, a man been disrespected by his CEO or his supervisor, or been pushed in around. But when this reggae singer come to the show tonight, he didn't expect that this man would sing a song like, "Boss man, give me where me come for. Stop beat around the bush." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like these reasons are spontaneous. You know, and then the guy could really write this in a book before. No man now follow the book. It's the life.
Yeah.
The life affairs that we live. You know what I mean? That's what we try to package.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? In a musical format. You know what I mean? To really create a solution to the problems and the sickness of the world with these people today.
Thank you.
Musically.
Do you have a favorite song you've wrote?
That I wrote?
Yeah. Or a favorite line in a song that you really just love?
Yes, sir. I have a song I write on him, Freeway. You know what I mean? I have a favorite line in our song what many people don't even understand, sir. These things are my, but this was sung by my elders. I only reiterate this song. A song called Dreadlocks of Time is Now. That's my favorite line, you know what I mean?
Dreadlocks of Time
Is now.
is no.
You know what I mean? I don't know. I can't find a better way sometime to deliver this to a one for him to understand that I'm not talking about the next 10 years when you finish all of what you think you want to achieve. And you know what I mean? I'm talking about like right now. And it's hard to explain, so we keep on doing it.
So Dreadlocks of Time is now?
Yeah.
That's
and,
the line?
Yeah, you know what I mean? And a song called Freeway, you know. When the barrel cracks and the smoke smell, my mama sing a prayer for me. Oh, she puts her arms around me and says this place sound set us free. Early morning, Black Maria coming and take my brothers on a jail ride. But if they're taking us all to El Center, don't they know we gotta reach alive? I'm taking the freeway, the freeway, right away, the freeway. Oh, my brothers and sisters, yeah, they will be seeing me trotting up the King's Highway. You know, it's like the song there, you know, it mess with me, you know what I mean? I have another song too, you know, and it's not like it's my favorite song,
Yeah.
but it bring deep emotions pan a Rasta man. Like all a lion like I, you know.
Yeah.
Knowing say up to the time I mean the last lion left, you know.
Yeah.
Seeing and I'm big white then like so me have a walk around in our daytime and so me think a lot. You know what I mean? Because it's not easy to find people to connect with. Or other lions or lioness to connect with. You know what I mean? Because they are so distracted and everybody is about what they're about. And we see so many great ones drop. You know? So I come up with a song. You know what I mean? There was an event at one point in Jamaica in a place called Sunday Park in Kingston 6. You know, that's where the American embassy there, in a Kingston 6, Ligani, where a big rainfall and a gully burst bank. You know what I mean? Which part the waterway there, it burst bank because, you know, the system kind of cement it up and thing and water for travel through it. But them type of water these days, you know what I mean? There's no banks to hold them, you know what I say? So the water burst it banks and tear down the gully bank. And in Jamaica now, the place that they call the ghetto, you know, where people the humble beginning people can afford to live. You know what I mean? So them live on the gully bank, cause the government now really own this and them now have to pay the money for this and, you know what I mean? Them can put up a little ranch there. You know, them call them squatters. So more time, all 3 generations end up born on the gully bank, you know, see it? So it's like, what happened now, this rain burst it bank and house wash away, you know? And people die, man. And I was, you know, and I didn't live far away from it at the time. I was living in Kingston 6. And I go to check my brethren to buy some herbs, you know. And then the news was on the radio. And I hear the news, 2 baby boy was washed away in the mud. And they would dig for them and find them dead. You know what I mean? Female big woman dead, man dead, cause them there in the house and water move them, you know. The power of water, you know, cannot be underestimated. So same time I listening the news, I take the weed from my hygiene named Chippy up a Legany and standpipe, then I start about the weed. And it hurt me heart so much that instead of saying something to him, I start to think. And my musical, you know what I mean, creative moment come upon me because it's my way of expression. Whether me vex or me happy, I will sing something, man. I will be cussing somebody like, "Oi, a bumbo clot boy," and then it starts sound like a song. Believe me, it's gonna start sound like a song. You see, so I come up with this song called "Pray for Them," and I sang "Pray for Them." And then I released the song. I released it on Freeway the same time because it was also an event on the island why I released that song called Freeway. I was singing about the community called Tivoli Garden, what the government claims say it's be a gangster living to. Well, we know it's not be a gangster. These communities that they call ghetto. You know what I mean? A generation will pass who go through a whole lot of struggle. But that generation is fighting very hard to make sure that their kids don't go through the same struggle. You know what I mean? So it's like them now change and them now measure up the thing, right, for the people. So them give them name and thing and them say the plural and them say volatile and it's violence and them have them way them going and the system going, the state going on their own state and they kill a whole lot of people. Because there's a gunman and police having war with the soldiers and they kill a whole lot of people. And the whole country ball out say you will be innocent people dead and thing, you know. So I duty as a watchman of the city is not to stay silent. You know what I mean? Because the man say, if righteousness stays silent, then folly roam this place and destroy it. So it simply means that if a conscious, righteous man is to sit here and take 10 years to develop this building with his friends or with his bare hands, you know what I mean? A person who's not thinking positive and optimal will come and tear down this building in 10 minutes or 10 seconds. You know what I mean? So the vibration what I and I bring is to cut out the destructive, you know what I mean, movements and elements among thy people. So I come up with these songs and I sing Freeway. But nobody did know that I was speaking about downtown Kingston, Jamaica. You know what I mean? Because I know of the situation. Say, it's the state against them own self, killing them own people. Going up against them people in a radical way because they probably have these systematical changes that's coming right around the corner. You know what I mean? So they are making drastic drenching. You know what I mean? So I tried to write and I wrote a song with a lot of diplomacy. Diplomatically then. So that's the reason why I say, when the barrel cracks and the smoke smell, my mama sing a prayer for me. Oh, she puts her arms around me and says, this place sound set us free. Early morning, Black Maria coming and take my brothers on a jail ride. But if they're taking us all to all Santa, don't you know we gonna reach alive? I'm taking the freeway. So that simply means, I know I don't know with them, brother. Me understand them. Seeing, I will walk on the straight and narrow and make sure, say, you know what I mean? Because I see the smoke rise above Earth's surface while the mountains crumble to the sea. You know what I mean? People crying help on the news. But who cares? You know? So I didn't sing. Sometimes I sing Freeway, Pray for Them. The song called Pray for Them. I get very emotional and it will make me cry. Because who knows it or who feels it knows it the most. You know what I mean? And then anyway at all, among any nation of people, you know what I mean? Me as a man will identify the suffering, identify the pain, you know, and try my best to hear who I can hear, but at the same time, it hurt me very bad to know that we are the designer of this universe today. You know what I mean? And we put everything that we want in the earth and take out anything that we want today, but still people suffering.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And most of the suffering can be based on an economical, you know what I mean, type of grid and framework. Oh, come on now, we make money. We are the highest intelligent on planet Earth, human beings, innit? And we govern everything. We give names and meaning to everything on earth. But still, we don't have the intelligence to stop the suffering. You know what I mean?
And we destroy
and the
the earth.
bloodshedding that taking place. You know what I mean? So this music has to be a champion of these type of things.
Love it.
Seeing? And when I say hygiene like that, promoting these type of music and bringing it down in the space. But you notice that many people gonna look upon you, so we go with rebel music. You know what I mean? Rebel don't mean that we are violent.
Nah.
You know what I mean? Rebel mean that we stand up against something.
Yeah.
And standing for something.
Love it.
You know what I mean? And the people who don't stand for nothing, sure they will fall for nothing.
Love that. Last question. My podcast is called Get Real or Die Trying.
You hear that?
And that's because I feel like a lot of people are fake.
Naturally.
Especially in Western culture, in America. And one thing, you know, in other parts of the world where people tend to suffer more, they're more real because they have a reality check. Americans are pretty spoiled. We haven't really suffered much. We haven't had to dig deep. We haven't tapped into a higher...
Yeah, that's really true. Because...
But I was going to ask you,
bad spoil.
What do you think it is to be real? To be real, brother. Like,
real
you know,
talk. See?
Well, like you were telling me about that bartender.
Yeah.
She was, you know.
You know what I mean?
That wasn't real, but...
All right. She wasn't real, and
she wasn't
it just
real.
come off silly like it's the most silly. When a human being can step out, because if you were created by the hands of the Almighty, it simply means you were born from a home. But what I find out these days, because of the intelligence of man for the longest while, that's the reason why you have a podcast like this, we say, Get Real, are just dead like a fake. Because fake is dead. You know what I mean? And people are finding so much things today. We're actually changing them out from being real people to fake. Because it's not just the flesh, you know what I mean? Or the flavor of my eyes or my tooth, nor the quality of my hair. Like I'm a real person. You know what I mean? It's a way of life. How I live this life and how I'd want to see other one's life continue. Seeing are the realest way it can get. Well, no, me just assure you, if you're not real, just look on this. We know, say, yeah, it's a container. We create it. And we create it because of technology. We could have drink water out of our hand from the stream same way. But we say, all right, I want to travel with some water, so we create a container. Zina, we call it a cup, we call it a mug. We could have called it many different things. You know what I mean? But we choose to call it that. But we know it's not real. Watch this now. Me create these glass one. A guy come and create one out of diamond and gold. It's still not real. Comparing to life. You know what I mean? It's real in its other matters. No, real and fake duplicates, animations, imitates have its place. You know what I mean? The moment you start put fake to realness, something wrong. It's like mixing island water. You know what I mean? You know, so this mix is not right. You're gonna have some form of reaction. Seeing? Real or real. And we can just say, many people today have been led astray by the fakeness. The fakeness, it's have its realness about it. But it's like I want real fake. I want fake real. It not have nothing to do with life. Seeing? Everything what we create for facilitate our life, like necessities towards our life. We can't just kick it out a morning like so. And just go on, if the rain fall, we get some water and we wait till something bust up out of the ground, we eat that. You know what I mean? But no one want the life to be so humble. So a girl start put on a bottom. Where you get it from? Oh, you know, so the flesh from underneath here, me take and pump in my bottom. And her breast get, and a man a say, wow. And we know it fake, silicone, plastic, eyelash. And pan levers. We know it's fake. What are you doing? You're trying to make me feel like it's real. That's the thing. You see, the moment we can differentiate and know, say, yo, that's a fake, man. Real or real. So we deal with real people, real. Because you have fake people, you know. You have fake people. All right, you up now. Them say the Bible is like the basic guidelines throughout our lifetime as a book, see? And if the Bible, I tell you, say, fallen angels, that simply means, say, a celestial beings them I talk about, you know, come on earth, come intertwine, have sex and all these type of things with the daughters and sons of men. You go find people we are born where not like you, we're not fully man, we're not fully that divine being as you are, or him as something higher than you are, or something lower, but his behavior is gonna be different. And over the number of years, million of years, things start to get different with the food. Change out the way the people think. So them start accept fake over real because a man makes something that is not so durable. So I'm give you a cheaper price and tell her that, oh, it still can catch up your roof, man. All you have to do just wind it up and it can give you 20 years. What a guarantee. We used to have something went and we wind it up, we not even business how much years it give it. Because that wasn't in the mind. So this only lasts for 20 years. You know what I mean? So we self-compromise. And that's what I was talking to Luton about today. Going through America, it started to surprise me more than just what we see on the TV. Because me just to show you, me feel people. You know what I mean? And when I see the amount of suffering and the lowness and the amount of young youths who are not in their natural self.
Lost.
Like lost. They are like chipped out. And I'm like, whoa. I know just simple people seeing this. The authorities seeing this too. So where does this come from? Is this some form of Mars institution, education? You know what I mean? And then we see nobody doing nothing. What they are doing, they are creating like corporation to facilitate the nonsense and the foolish behaviors and we youths. So they have things that are taking our youths, the fake life, taking our youths away from it because they make it seems as if it giving them quicker turnover. Your daddy did have to work in his garage for 20 years before he could actually buy, you know what I mean, a car that value $50,000.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And now you just come, leave school, and in your first 3 years you're driving a $150,000 car on the street. Somebody up at your school tell her that because you go to university, if nobody in your house do not go to university or that even of half as elite as you are, this is fake.
Yeah, it's real fake.
This is fake. So you know what you do? You take the youths off the road of guidance.
Mm-hmm.
So they listen to their parents no more.
Mm-hmm.
So I go up at the station with the police and the sheriff and everybody there. I'm say, I look at you down in my yard. Now I behave himself, you know. Him there at home, I behave a certain way. And because your authority, come talk to him. And him start intimidate me about my own youth. He might drive with me and he might tell me, say, you don't hit him. Make sure you didn't hit him, you know, because I'm going to have to take a statement from him. How's the liberty with you on him? I'm a picking of that. You know what I mean? And if me have to scold him for something, I'm a youth this. Me would have never scold him for the wrong thing, you know what I mean? I will never scold him to hurt him either. So the system make parents afraid of the pitney.
Yeah, the parents can't discipline.
The church afraid of the pitney. The state itself, they set up laws where even the state afraid of the pitney. Because if the policeman come down there and try to apprehend her because our behavior getting too boisterous or whatsoever, then he can also be in problems as a police officer. Say he's being too aggressive or something. So you find out, say, they take our youths from us. They take our youths from us because they get our youth very attracted with the attractive things them were fake. Saying that it's bringing over quicker turnovers. So if you find out even the road structure, yeah, you had more roads now. But back then when your grandfather was your age or even younger, the road was even more stronger. And they used less materials and less chemicals and compounds, and the road were even more stronger. But now, development, a guy got to tell her that, we got to use this process because it make it dry faster so that it can start uses right away as it lays. And they use all different type of terminologies, educational terminologies, fake educations to develop our kids. And now we find we youth go to school for 14 years or 9 years, sometimes the least, you know? But when him come from school, he cannot do a simple division. He cannot multiply something without take out his phone. Just a minute, I got you. You know what I mean? And if his phone die, he's like counting the stars in the sky. You know? These are the things where we have to understand that these type of entities and behavior and pattern and ideologies open the door for the fake life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I say real life over fake life.
Absolutely.
You know me, I say so. Stay real and live.
Wow, it's so funny.
Choose fake and die.
All the social media and young people today, they pay attention to fake stuff. It's not even real. And they think it's real, but it's all bullshit.
You know, if you notice, they got filters for pictures.
Yeah, everybody's fake.
They got filters for pictures.
Yeah, get the wrinkles out.
Get everything out to me. You know what I mean? This is witchcraft.
Yeah, it's witchcraft. Yeah,
it's witchcraft. It's deception. You know what I mean? And if you can develop a society and deception, it's God have to save us in the long run. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, any smart man and conscious man in himself knows that less means more. Don't try to compete with the system.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Take your time. You know? Teach your youth as much as you can. You know what I mean? Because when they leave out of your house, the influence that is out there in the streets, in the marketplace, in the schools, in the church, it's bigger today. It's bigger than what's going on in the homes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's just a natural truth, and we have to come together. You know what I mean? It's like I want to say, we have to be more rebellious. You know what I mean? We have to stop accept some of these type of things. Like literally, we're not doing this. And if I got to spend 20 years in prison because you go to your parliament and you create a bill and you have a law for it.
Yeah.
So if I got to spend 20 years in prison just for the world to see this as a margin line, as some form of principle,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it. And that's where I think most man, you know what I mean, and woman too. And because today the woman call upon even more than we as the alpha being. Today, because we cannot agitate about many things that the system bring to we. They will kill us.
Yeah.
They even trained us to kill ourselves.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But when the female go out there, naturally they got to have compassion. If they were born, they must have compassion. Not saying they won't spray down the females with the big machine guns that they spend billions of dollars to create and drop a bomb there or whatsoever, if they get too rude. But they will have passion. Because his mom will call him and says, you gonna press that button, don't press it. You know what I mean? And he will say, my mom don't want me to kill any females. So we need to empower our females.
Yeah.
Empower your wife, my friend. And if you have a wife, and God forbid it, what I'm saying now, she's not being loyal to you, get somebody who's gonna be loyal to you. There's 7 billion counting people, or 9 billion counting in the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And form this union of life to fight one more time for yourself, your kids, and humanity.
Much respect, brother.
See?
Love that, man.
Say, oh,
There you go.
get real, die.
Get real, brother. Thank you.
See?
Love it.
I say.
Subscribe, like, share, follow. You know the routine. Thanks for listening.